Okay, so I am doing a brief test video. I've messed around with my setup after today's podcast, and I was having issues with trying to do a 3-camera setup. But I think I may have gotten it working better. What I basically did is I've got 2 webcams plugged into a USB hub that is independently powered, meaning it's not actually running off of the power of my PC at all. Those cameras are the far cam out there, which is the one that you see in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, and this camera right here, which is the hand cam. Both of those cameras are running at 1080p 60 frames per second. This camera right here, which is the normal camera I use for podcasting and the like, is actually running on the front USB ports of my PC, which obviously is running off the PC's power source. So having 2 cameras running off of this independent power or USB hub and its own power source, and having this camera running off of the front of the PC has allowed me to get all 3 cameras running at 60 frames per second, 1080p. So as you can see, the cool thing about this is a few things. Number one, 3 different perspectives, right? And it allows me to do some interesting stuff. But number 2, the versatility of this actually is going to allow me to do things that other people do that I haven't done yet. So I'll give you an example. Lego night I did the other night. Well, that worked well, but what I did is I had the wide camera as the full screen, and all you saw right here on the wide camera in the upper right-hand corner was a very pixelated, right? More lower res, with a lot of what do they call them, artifacting, me building the Legos. It still looked fine, but definitely it left something to be desired. So now when I do Legos, right, it could be me building from the top down here in full 1080p 60 frame HD, and it's actually very sharp and clear, as you can see, because I'm right next to the camera. I actually have it on autofocus, so if I get like really close to the camera, it actually should eventually like focus to my hand, but I don't think it is doing that. I think it's because this camera, sadly, has a crappy autofocus. It's the lower end camera that Instalink makes. But it should actually make the Legos look amazing as I use them here on my desk. And then I don't have to cut to other angles. I could just point to the camera here and talk to you guys like this and do shout outs and stuff and go back. So the whole night can basically be this triple camera setup as long as it works. And the reason I say that is, sadly, sometimes they just start turning off. And I don't really know what causes that. Don't know what is the purpose or what is the reasoning why sometimes a camera will just turn off. I'm like, well, what happened? I don't know. I literally have no clue what caused that to happen. And then I have to just unplug and replug. And usually if I do that, then the camera will stay on again. So I don't know if it just needs a USB refreshing. Again, I don't know. It could be the motherboard of my computer that's the issue. I'm not sure. But here's the thing. Not only can I do Lego nights, right? But let me show you guys something. Watch this. This is going to be really cool. So, for Smart Guys, my wrestling commentary show, PPP and I had the idea that I could buy a box of Topps Chrome trading cards, and that when we hit certain levels of support, maybe we could do some unboxing of the trading cards. So for example, let's say we hit a goal of $150, right? Which is one of my standard goals on a stream. So now we could open this up and say, all right, we've earned it. Let's do it. Let's see what I can get in my first pack of Topps Chrome trading cards. And I could just sit here and I can actually unpack it and show the cards one by one off the top. Here you are. Here it is. Here it is. Show it to the camera. Even get closer. Yeah, see, this camera doesn't autofocus. It's supposed to, but it actually doesn't. It says autofocus. It does not autofocus at all. Look how bad that is. It basically focuses nicely when it's out here, see? But as soon as I try to get closer, it doesn't focus. Oh, wait, now it did. Did you see that? It did. So I think if I move slowly, yeah, look, if I move very slowly towards it, there we go. It'll actually focus. So I can be able to show you the cards up close as well, as long as I move them slowly. Okay. So I'm messing with this right now and learning things about it. So this camera needs a little more slow adjustment, but it does autofocus, see? So I could do Lego building. I could do unpacking of cards for Smart Guys, okay? Also, DSP tries it. You know, I could actually show you for the first time ever. I can show you up close what the food looks like. I could actually say, hey, look, if bring a plate up here, bring it in my hand, and show you up close the burger or the piece of pizza or whatever it is in full 1080p 60 frame, really crisp HD. And then lastly, this is one that some people have asked about. Okay, they said, what about when you're playing fighting games? Would you be able to show your joystick? Well, yes and no, and here's why I say that. Sadly, this desk is too high. Like if I were to play on here, it's way too high to play fighting games. I need it to be sitting on my lap, okay? So what I need to do is just move the camera from where it is now. This is on a snaking arm, as you can, well, you can't see it. Let me show you. It is on a snaking arm. Let me get to the right camera and control it here. Correct one. Okay, so move this to the right and up, and you're going to see the camera mount now. See this? So it's on this crazy snaking arm that goes all the way up here. And so I would be able to reposition that arm to go to the other side of my microphone and have it kind of angled down at my lap. Now, obviously, that would be upside down, but I'm pretty sure you can just reverse the video feed. Let me see if I can. Let's see. So if I go to this, so I'm going to the video feed of this camera. Can I flip it? You ready? We're going to test it. Ready? Yep. You can flip it. So I'd flip it and you'd be able to see me playing on the joystick, basically. All right. Now, of course, what I would probably do is it wouldn't use this scene. I mean, you don't just want to see, you certainly don't just want to see me holding my joystick. You want to see the game. So what I could do there is have this be like maybe in the corner of the screen and have my face cam with the background removal effect also on the screen. So I don't know, we could try it. Like it's something to try. It's definitely not something that we absolutely have to do immediately, but I just thought, hey, this could be neat. You know what I'm saying? To do. In fact, maybe I should just leave this upside down all the time. What do you think? I think it kind of looks better this way. They also let you flip it like horizontally. That won't really help. The problem is I can only really put the camera at certain angles. So I'd have to figure it out, but you know, that's pretty cool. So that's cool. So let's think about this. We could do unboxings of products when products show up, a new controller, a game, a console. I could unbox a console right here on my desk and show you all the details of what's in the packaging and everything in full HD, which is really sweet, right? I could show you unboxing of cards. I could do, oh, this is funny because now it's upside down. There you go. Unboxing of card. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it flips it. Oh, I didn't realize it clones it backwards. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize it would do that. Hold on. I actually, I don't think I like that. I mean, I don't want it cloned backward. Yeah, see, all it does is it kind of flips it and clones it backwards. Oh. All right. Well, I don't know if I want to do that. What about horizontal flip? Yeah, see, that flips it the other way. What if I do both? Oh, wait a minute. What if I do both? Aha! That's probably what I want then, like that. Yeah, that's good. So if I do both horizontal and vertical flip, now you could see, yeah, that actually looks really good because that's very realistic to what I'm seeing right now as I hold these here and I'm going to like unbox them and show them to you. That's probably how I want to keep the camera flipped completely. Yeah. All right, that's neat. So instead of this, you'll see my joystick on my lap right here. I'll just angle this camera differently around the boom arm. So you would see the joysticks to see me playing on the stick. You get to see what buttons I hit and my inputs and stuff like that. So there you go. So wow, this has a ton of uses, right? DSP tries it. Unboxing of items like cards, but also like consoles and other accessories, Lego nights, and possibly fighting game nights. I could have this. Wow. All right. Well, I'm obviously excited for the future. I just can't guarantee that it's always going to work. And that's the problem really with this setup is, as you know, I've had technical issues where all of a sudden it's working fine and then, oh, camera turned off. Why? I don't know. And I got to unplug, replug, mess with it. It can be frustrating. Right now, as you can see for this test video, it worked fine. So you would think it would keep working fine. You would hope. There's no guarantee, but you would hope that it would keep working fine. Here's what I'll do. I'll just have my wide angle camera pan back down as if it were like a Lego night. All right. And like that. Well, actually, you know what I just realized? I'm going to use this camera tonight. I'm doing gameplay. So I actually need it to be like the normal angle. And what I'm going to have to do, and this is the bummer, as you can see, I can't just leave this camera here because if I'm doing face cam, it blocks my head. And there's nothing I can do about that. Like, obviously, that's a problem. So for fighting games, it might be an issue where I can't really use face cam. Right? We'd have to figure this out. For the other things like the unboxings, who cares? I'm not going to be using this for face cam. So for Lego nights, for unboxings, for DSP tries it, it's all good. Only if I do a fighting game night and I need the face cam, would this be an issue? But like what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take it down. I'm not going to leave it here always. So that way it's not always in my shot or whatever. But I think this is cool. All right. So guys, awesome. Thank you for being patient with me as I mess with this on the podcast today. And obviously this little test video, I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, the sky's the limit in the future with all this tech improvement. I mean, holy crap. Would you ever thought that Dark Side Phil has a triple HD camera setup where he can do all this kind of stuff? I certainly didn't, but I'm enjoying my time with it. So good. See you guys soon. Excellent.